taking place, and they'll give you kind of some fighter profiles as well for Michigan fighting, and a huge amateur program, obviously, in Michigan. Only the tough survive out of this state, wouldn't you say, Shay? All right, let's go up to Michael Corwin.
Introducing first, standing to my right, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner from Grand Haven, Michigan. He weighs 135 pounds. He stands 5'9" inches tall. Ladies and gentlemen, David Rock and your champion and TWC 155-pound belt holder from Causeway, Michigan, representing the lab, standing 5'10" inches tall, weighing 145 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry, the greatest show on earth,
Travis Travesty to give the fighter instructions. Well, no love in the cage right now.
It's all about the title now.
This battle is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds.
Already Dave standing in the southpaw position, ready to come out, and these guys are intense. There is no, as we talked before about the sportsmanship, they're not bothering. They're saying they're coming for the hardware.
No love. It's all about the belt now, baby.
Yep. You know, filling each other out. I'd like to see a few more feints. People don't use feints enough. You want to pull out the punch, pull out the kick, whatever that opponent's going to show you, and that's the only way to go about it. And that's the thing. You can throw your jab out and keep it busy. It doesn't have to land. It just distracts your opponent, and they have to rethink their position. You know what? Good defensive move from Terry. Terry's in the black and white, and David Rohn is in the American shorts. Again, battling, and we've got to watch to see if Terry grabs onto the cage. He's kind of sneaky with his hands back there.
I think Travis caught him.
Oh.
Oh, we got a ripped glove.
Oh, already. Well, they better stay intense and stay focused. Not sure what he did. Did he? It almost looks like his finger dislocated.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to a mishap with a glove, David Rohn will need to change his glove.
He ripped it right down the seam.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That's like the Hulk of MMA. His hand swelled to twice the size and broke the gloves. All right, so right now, David Rohn is getting his gloves fixed up. It ripped right down the back of the hand, and that could have been from the way he was grabbing onto the cage.
Maybe that'll teach you, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Terry VanAvery in the black and white trunks, trying to stay intense, trying to stay warm, and big smile on his face.
I think he likes the booze. He's playing to the crowd a little bit here.
Yeah, you've got to entertain, and David Rohn getting his glove fixed up. I don't know how many fights those gloves have seen tonight, but I'm sure over the year I've seen quite a few. Terry coming in the black and white trunks with a jiu-jitsu background, but he looked really content standing up.
Actually, the last time I saw him fight, it was quite a while ago. He won in the first round with a stone-cold knockout, kind of like the knockout we saw earlier tonight. That was the only time I got to see him fight, but I'm pretty excited about this fight, seeing him again here.
Yeah, these guys are pretty patient, too, filling each other out, and we're going to get a chance. Travis Travesty putting them right back in the position he had to pull them out of. And again, David Rohn in the trunks with the American flag on one side, black on the other.
Nice start by Travis. I like that.
All right, looking to grab the ankle to get him down, and takes it, but didn't end up in the best position out of it. Oh, pops his head out. A good move for David Rohn.
Terry's using a rubber guard here, trying to catch his breath a little bit on the bottom, maybe? I don't know.
David Rohn trying to stay active so he doesn't get caught in that choke. Now we're going to get a chance to see if Terry VanAvery can make this stick, but it's really tough when David's being so active on the top.
Not a lot of movement here. Travis doesn't look too impressed right now.
Yeah, well, David trying to be a little active from the top, making sure he doesn't get choked out. He was looking to land some leather, but he actually slammed his way out of a choke. Sometimes guys slam their way into it, but he slammed his way out. Tried to pass his leg and wasn't able to do that. You gotta say, Terry very active with his hips. Terry Avery on the bottom right now. A huge advantage for David Rohn being in his corner, getting a chance to get advice.
I think the whole crowd is in his corner, honestly.
Well, I think he's been doing something right, 11-1 and representing Mexican top team out of Grand Haven, Michigan.
Terry's trying to isolate that arm on the right side there.
We'll get a chance to see if any Terry VanAvery's ground game comes into play. Oh, just saved by the bell, I would say, for Terry VanAvery. Comes out with a half smile, half huff and puff. But I think it worked to his advantage that the time ran out.
I think so. He was in a pretty rough spot there for a second.
And I mean, that's obviously ideal for fighters too. You're sitting in your own corner. You might as well just have an earpiece with your coach talking to you in your ear. But this is huge. I mean, both fighters putting great records on the line. And Terry VanAvery spitting on the cage, so they're going to have to clean that up. But anything to grab a few extra seconds of rest, right?
Not the most sportsmanlike way to do it, but.
Terry VanAvery, the one sponsored by Inked Up Tattoos, but I don't know. David Rohn might have him on the tattoo factor. You got to be careful. You can't come too far down on the arm. You got to get a job one day, boys. You got to get long sleeve shirts. Terry VanAvery in the black and white trunks. He is the current 155-pound champion, and David Rohn in the American flag / black Venom trunks, looking to take his title. And so far, we think he might have put that round in the books.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more.
As you said, you've had a chance to see Terry VanAvery, the current champion, knock a guy out cold. So we want to see a little bit of that now. See if they'll keep it standing. David Rohn coming out as a southpaw. I like how Terry feels him out with that jab, but you got to step with it. You got to close that distance.
There you go, yeah.
David Rohn likes to throw those short shots, so it's kind of risky for VanAvery to get too close unless he's going to let him go as well. See, the problem, you can't jump straight up in the air. You take your power with you.
Terry's back down on his back again, trying to work out of the guard here. Looking at his corner, trying to get some instructions on how to get out of this.
I don't think he wants to end up
here,
like he did last time.
Big shot.
And he's got to make a move.
He's in trouble.
Oh.
He's in trouble. And that's it. It's over. New champion.
Wow. As soon as the mayhem settles down, we can probably talk to you guys, but I've got to say, David Rohn.
Oh, getting his last words in there.
He was...
Why are they letting all these people in the cage?
You know, congratulations to David Rohn taking the title, but he's going to look back and see some of those punches. You want to go for high volume, you want to go for damage, but some of those look like a pimp slap, so you may have to look back on how work on the ground and pound. I think the ref is going to have to control what's going on in here because we've got some people jumping in and taunting Terry